Hello, everyone. Just going to wait a few moments to allow everything to get connected and for people to join. Rose, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Happy Halloween. London, Ontario. Hey, Christy. Have a little fun, little different event for this evening. Janine, hello. Just going to let probably wait a minute or two so that we can have enough people join. Hello, Taryn. Yes, love and light. Only love may enter, only love may leave. Shirley, hello. Delaware. My uncle lives in Delaware. It's actually a really hot day here today. Almost 90 degrees. Kind of unusual. From Saskatchewan, hello. Deneen, hello. Great to see you. Great to see everyone. We'll get started with our evening shortly. Helen with the cookies. Yes. For those of you that are new, I have a thing for cookies. I think it was last year. We had a bake off, and anyone that sent in their favorite cookies, they got a free reading. That was a fun little event. Maybe we'll do that again. They also got their cookies reviewed by me. Anastasia Gilmore, hello, hello. Kathy from Prince Edward Island. Wow, welcome. Got people from everywhere this evening. It's awesome. So hope everyone had a wonderful day, beautiful, fun, exciting Halloween. So I guess we'll get started with our evening here and let people join as they come along. So I have all kinds of different things set up around my space right now. I have a spirit trumpet. There it is. There's a spirit trumpet, uh, often used in seances. Okay, um, interesting effect. So my mentor Mavis would often say that they would have their spirit trumpets um, in their seances that she used to do, and they would often either levitate or you'd hear voices getting projected through them. Okay, so when we do our seances normally, it's with a group of people with our circle. This is the first time I've ever attempted it online. I'm not sure what to expect. But in the past, I've seen flaring candles. I've seen candles burning sideways. I've seen balloons shoot across the room. Um, and just so everyone knows, all the doors and windows are closed around there, so there's going to be no cross draft of anything. So if you see anything that moves around, it's not because of there's a gust of wind, because everything is sealed right now. Okay, so keep that in mind. And after my introduction here, I'm going to actually turn off the light. I have red lights on the ceiling on. Hey, let's not get the party started early, okay? That is a REM pod, and the REM pod is currently alerting that there's a spirit here. So, uh, I also do. The reason I also have some of this equipment is that we bring them to the seances, um, but I also do investigations as well. So occasionally we'll get called to do an investigation. Um, but little known fact is, every time that we do a reading, every time that I go live, we're actually doing a mini seance. This time we're just, adding more of that kind of Halloween aspect to it. Okay. Which is nothing wrong with that. Spirits, they come here, they love to play. So it's a very joyful thing for them to be with us and let their physical presence be known. Okay? So you'll notice that there's a REM pod um, on my altar. There's one behind me underneath Metatron there, spirit trumpet, and there's a electromagnetic alerting device there called an ED Plus, and I have a black mirror. Okay. Uh, the black mirror, very cool. I'm not sure if we'll see anything because it's kind of far away, but oftentimes, like you may see faces materialize in the black mirror. And there's a certain exercise that we do where we'll have a black mirror in front of us, right? And then we'll give spirit permission to manifest essentially over us, right? Um, and the sensation is when we're staring into the black mirrors, we start feeling like our face is becoming like cobweb, like we stepped into a cobweb almost. And yes, hi there. Hey, we're gonna start soon, I promise. Well, they're definitely here, so there's that. Um, um, so oftentimes, like as I was saying, we will still here. Um, every single time I do a reading or a seance, like we'll have like a microphone going. 100% of the time, I'll record EVPs. I'm gonna turn off the Halloween music for a moment. So 100% of the time, every single time I do a private reading or a sitting or a seance, there are EVPs. You could hear their voices. I have an entire folder full of like I loves you and I hear you and all amazing as well. That that they're always here, that they're always wanting to say hello. Um, so get started in just a moment. A few more things that are on my desk that we're going to be using this evening. I have a spirit box. So at a certain point this evening, I'm going to be turning this on and be able to hear, voices come through the spirit box as well. Okay. Um, Another thing I have on my desk, pure copper dowsing rods. Okay. Um, One of the things that we often do through the seance as well is, we'll have, the dowsing rods on, and they're often, the intention is often, you know, it's like using the pendulum, right? It's the same type of intention of it. I'll ask, is spirit here? And they'll cross, sort of like, yep, cross in front of my face. All right. Um, so in this way, you can do like yes, no type of questions with, dowsing rods. You could also find different things with dowsing rods too. So I could ask the dowsing rods, like, show me where spirit is, point to a spirit, and then you'll start to see them moving, right? And one of my left hand is going. Okay. We're off to a great start, spirit. So when I asked the dowsing rod to show me where spirit is, where did it go? Right to the altar, right to the REM pod that was alerting. So if you do hear a beeping, you're hearing the REM pods alert, okay? And they have a little light on them. And depending on the intensity of the contact, they'll change light, they'll change tone, okay? All right, so let's see. So a few more shout outs before I turn the lights off. Hey, Lisa, Simon, hello. Matthew, great to see you again. Lana Carson. Yeah, I noticed that. The altar seems very active this evening. Okay. Val, hello. Yep, I do have a Ouija board and we use that as well. So yeah. And I think what's really interesting is, when you're using, items of divination like a Ouija board or a pendulum, you can actually feel it move underneath your fingers. It's quite amazing. All right, so here we go. I'm going to turn off the lights. And throughout the process, I'm going to ask Spirit to interact. Okay. And often, this is probably going to take the place of messages as well. So they're going to come through me and they're going to give messages. All right. But I'm definitely going to have them, have the intention of interacting with items around the room while they're giving messages. So things to watch, the Black Mirror. I would say if you can see, you might see a face in it. Okay. Very, very likely, very possible. If you pay close attention to the Black Mirror, you may see a face manifest. I put the sensory devices around it so that when that does happen, that they will alert that it's authentic. All right. So, all right, let's get started. I'm gonna turn my lights off now. There we go. We're all getting cozy and mystical now. So hopefully this works out. I've never tried this online and never really tried this out in the dark either. So let me see. Let's see if I can turn my red lights up a little bit. And if anyone's wondering, why we're using a red light, is that the red light it doesn't interfere with the energies that the spirits are synced to. So oftentimes during seances, you'll see a red light, and it's so that we can see what we're doing while spirit, is free to manifest. So let me see if I can turn my red lights up just a little notch. Okay, I think that might be okay. All right. I'm glad everyone's enjoying it so far. So, little introduction and explanation. So, all right, so let's get started. And if you want to join me and close your eyes for a moment and sort of give spirit, kind of like a nudge to come to me, to come and interact, do so as well. All right, so all right, so I'm going to be breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth just for a moment. And I give spirit permission to interact with us, permission to touch items around my room, permission to alert the sensors. Give you permission, spirit, to play with the spirit trumpet, to move it, to knock it over, to have fun. For those in spirit, I invite you here and I welcome you into my room. I welcome you and I hope that you will interact with us this evening. And for those of you that are watching, if you see something interesting, you call it out in the chat. You might see orbs. You might see, something out of the ordinary. Just keep your eyes open. All right, so actually, I don't know if you can hear that, but I hear it knocking. Okay, so I just heard 2 knocks. Okay, so I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to bring out my dowsing rods now. Okay, and I'm going to ask, is spirit with us right now? Are you with us? Yes, hello. Okay, so you landed on my face. Thank you, spirit. Very funny. Oh, where are we going now? Okay. Yeah, spirit, interact with us. We're all here for you. Um, can you show us where you are in the room? Is that what you're doing? All right, so pretty much on both sides of me. Okay, great. Uh, how many spirits do we have? Do we have more than 5 with us this evening? You can cross the dowsing rods if we have more than 5. Do we have more than 5? Use my energy. Go ahead, use my energy. So yes, more than 5. Okay. Thank you, spirit. Reset, please. Go ahead and play with it. Play with them. Go ahead. You have permission. You have my permission. Okay, I see that you're pointing to Metatron and the items on my sofa. You can go ahead and interact with those items if you want to go over their spirit. No problem. See if you can touch the REM pod or maybe move the trumpet. We give you permission to do so. We give you permission. Go ahead. It's okay. And I think what's interesting is they're both the rods right now are pointing to the altar and the sofa with Metatron where I have the items on display. And now I'm getting a ringing sensation in my left ear. Okay. You want to show us your face in the black mirror? Yeah, over there. Exactly. So you can go to the black mirror. Yeah, it's over there. Exactly. So that thing over there that you're pointing to right now, that's the black mirror. You can go interact with that mirror. Yeah, or the REM pod or the candles. If you want to blow a candle out, you can do that. You absolutely have our permission to interact with us this evening. However you want to do that. And I give you permission, spirit, to use my energy. Okay? To use my energy. Okay? So I'm going to move around a little bit and all right, spirit, show me where you are exactly. Are you over here by the altar? So yeah, that's a cross. So that's yes. Do you like Metatron? Do you like the altar I have set up? So another yes. Are you able to interact with the REM pod, spirit? You're still unsure. All you need to do is approach it. Approach the REM pod. Just get close enough to its spirit, and it will alert to your presence. You have our permission. You absolutely have our permission. No worries. You can keep trying to build your energy. When you can, go ahead and interact. Okay. So let me see. Oh, Why, thank you. So as you can see, we just had an alert on our REM pod, um, which only happens if you touch the device, okay, or you get close enough to touch it. Um, so we just had a positive alert on the REM pod on the Ultra there. Okay, look at the door. Okay, so let's look at the door. You know what? I think you're right about that. I'm getting like the chills on the side of my neck now too. I feel like there's something there as well, and I feel like, if I'm looking in the video, that the shadows are trying to materialize into a face, right? Let's see. Can you move the shadows into a face, Spirit, on the door? Can you move the shadows? Play with the light. Play with the candles. Show everybody your face. Are you walking around me? I don't know if you saw that on video, but the dowsing rod in my left hand is doing a 360. It's literally just going right around me. Yeah, that's it, Spirit. Have fun, play. Go for it. I've never seen it do this before, everyone. It's just going in circles. While the other one is stationary, pointing at the altar. Are you walking around? Walking around me? And now you're pointing at the door. Yeah, go ahead. You have absolutely our permission and our love to interact with us this evening. So if you'd like to show your face on the door, play with the candles, move anything around, you're absolutely welcome to. Okay? So I think you're absolutely right that there's. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. So it's always when I look away, isn't it? Yeah, I look away and then they alert. Is it easier when I'm not looking? Is it easier when I'm not looking at you? Yes. So you say it's easier when I'm not looking directly at you. Okay. Well, whatever you need, Spirit, feel free. So I asked if it was easier if they to alert if I wasn't looking directly at them, and they said yes. So I think that's pretty cool. So I'm going to continue on. And I have a kind of a feeling to use the spirit box. Okay, so why don't we use the spirit box, and let's see if we can actually hear some voices, huh? Okay, so I'm going to turn the spirit box on now. It has a bit of static. Okay, so try to listen really carefully past the static to see if you can hear a voice. And things to listen for. They might call out your name. They might call out my name. They might say hello, this sort of thing. Okay. So let me turn it on. Que se iba a comer en meses. Can I ask who's there? Can you give us a name? Can you say that again? What is your name? Did you say Gabriel? Someone says that maybe you're a Charlie. Someone is definitely trying to speak through this device. Go ahead. Use my energy. You can speak through me. I think I heard a Gabriel. How many are with you? Gabriel, how many are with you? I didn't understand that. Could you repeat that? Just so everyone knows, we have a REM pod alerting again. So the REM pod on the altar just alerted. Did you just touch the REM pod? Yes. You can touch anything in this room. Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right, doll. I heard that yes, too. Can you interact with a spirit trumpet or anything on the sofa behind me? I think I heard I did. Yeah? You just say yeah. So go ahead. If you can interact with anything on the sofa here, go ahead, spirit. You can do it again. I heard that you said you did, but if you want to interact again, by all means. Someone called out a steward. They hear steward. Yeah. Who are you here for? Lights at the bottom of the door. Cool. Did you? I didn't see, Joe. Maybe you heard some. Maybe you saw some orbs. Well, can you tell us the name of who you're here for? That happened quickly. I didn't completely hear that name. What was that? What is the name again? It almost sounded like I said Gabriel again, or Davos, or orb above the picture. Thank you, Jennifer. Go ahead. You can touch the REM pod there. It almost sounded like he said, I didn't have to. Matthew says, Carlos. Did you say Carlos? It sounded like a full conversation to me. I didn't understand it. Well, Carlos and Gabriel, if you want to play around with items, go ahead. I think you're right. I think you did laugh, Val. Did you laugh? Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, Carlos and Gabriel, and anyone else. Oh, Annette Rose says her son is Gabriel. Are you here for Annette? Did you just say Annette? Yes. What do you want to say to Annette? Can you say that again? Yes, exactly. Val says, speak more clearly, Spirit. What is it you want to say to Annette? What? You know, I'm almost curious, Annette, if the sound of that what was his voice. If you want to say anything, go ahead, but be clear. I think I heard I did. Trying to be clear. All right, so I'm going to turn the spirit box off for a moment. I think I just heard don't go. Okay. So we have a positive hit on the REM pod again. Did you just touch the REM pod? I did. I heard I did. Well, thank you very much for touching the REM pod. All right. So that's a little demonstration of using a spirit box. Quite fun, quite amazing little devices that spirit can use to interact with us. And they really do love to interact with us, you know, however they can. And this is just a little bit of, you know, little piece of technology where they can say, you know, yes, you know, we're here. All right, so let me take a sip of water here. So I think that was quite amazing. I think really cool to hear a voice on the spirit box. But you know, the reason that I have the sensors set up around me is that, you know, I also want that additional confirmation too. So you know, when I hear a voice, I'm like, well, did you say that? And then it alerts on the REM pod. You know, that's real confirmation. That's real validation physically that, you know, spirit is here and spirit did something. So, you know, I think that's beautiful. You know, I absolutely am thrilled that they're here with us this evening. So let me see if I can get them to interact with us a little bit more. Let's see. All right, spirit. All right, so I have thank you, Val. Yeah, no, everything I do is authentic, and things might happen, things might not, but you know, I always want to, you know, validate, and even in readings, you know, I always like to get that extra validation. So I validated the spirit box by using the REM pod. So I think it's beautiful that they're here. Once again, spirit, could you show me in the room where you are? Okay, so you're very close to me, correct? So that's a yes. Awesome, spirit. Thank you so much for being here. Could you walk over to one of the REM pods? Yeah, that one is fine. Could you touch that REM pod? Yeah, exactly. On the table there. Let me see if I can get. All right. So go ahead, spirit. If you want to touch that, see where that red light is, right? can interact with that. You can touch that. You can go for it. If you want to knock it off the table, that's fine too. And I hear them laughing in my mind. If you need extra energy to manifest, use I give you permission to use my energy, okay? I give you permission. Absolutely give you permission. How about over here? Are you more comfortable over here? I guess not. They're all more comfortable by the altar. Isn't that what they said early on? Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for interacting with us. As you can see, the REM pod is alerting. Thank you. And now I'm getting like chills on the side of my neck. And yes, Val, I'm going to be drained. I'm going to sleep really well, but I'm going to be quite exhausted. And if anyone knows that, when you're doing any kind of, manifestation or working with spirit, it's important to ground yourself afterwards, cut any cords, and have a little snack, bring you back into this world. A few shots of tequila, I might make myself a margarita later. It is Halloween after all. So, REM pod alerting again. But I think what's really interesting this time is the light completely went off, because there are different color lights. There's a green, red, I think a yellow, purple, and a blue light. This time the middle red light completely went off. I don't even remember reading what that means, but I think that's particularly interesting. And it always seems to happen when I'm not looking at them. There it is again. We got the green light on now. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for being here. Yeah. So he's being very persistent. So let me see if I can connect to him and bring him forward. Okay. So that spirit just alerted on the REM pod 3 times. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can bring him forward in a little mini reading. Okay. I know it does have that old kind of electronic vibe to it, doesn't it? Okay. So, for anyone that's joining right now, you're in the middle of the Halloween seance, so welcome. This is the first time I've ever done it online, and so far it's been quite interesting. Okay, so the feeling that I'm getting right now is of a male. Okay, he's showing me, that he liked, I would say, he liked fast cars. He looked fairly clean cut. Very also sort of, outspoken. Like he may say too much, right? Yes, Christina, we need to join hands. We need to get that energy up. So he's very much showing me that he does like to play, that he likes to play jokes, that he's absolutely enjoying, this environment that's been created right now. And this, you would recognize and understand that, this is something that he would love, while being alive. If he was invited to, something like this, something where he could be playing or, be kind of that jokester, that he absolutely would. Let's see. Oh, I think my internet's back, Helen. The internet may or may not go off for a second or two, but I'm still here. Um, so very, very much like this very playful type energy that is with us this evening, with us right now. So let me see. Let's make this a little interactive for him. Are you here for someone in the chat? So we have a yes, confirmation, yes. Are you a son? Confirmation to yes. So, as the dowsing rods are moving, I'm getting a look at him now. I'm seeing that he liked to wear kind of like flannel shirts over a t-shirt. Um, yeah, he's presenting to me like in a few different ways, and I'm trying to get a little clarity on the way he looks. Can you show me how you look, please? Show me images that they would recognize. Very and as I do that, he gives me like this very kind of like smirking like smile, this like mischievous type look. He was a very mischievous type look. Um, and he says like this time of year, like this is like his favorite time of year. I'm getting that we he appears to me to have like brown hair, brown eyes. Um, I'd like to say, how old are you? Can you tell me your age? Did you just say 22 to me? 22? Is that what you said? Confirmation to 22. Okay. Show me some more, please. Show me some more. Pointing at the chat, just so everyone knows, pointing at the chat. Are you the Gabriel that came through earlier? Okay, I'm not sure how to interpret it landing on my face. That looks like a no. Is that a no? Yeah, okay. So you're not Gabriel. All right, so Sherry wants to ask you a question. Do you funky Halloween shirts? Wear funky Halloween shirts. Okay, so confirmation to yes on Halloween shirts. Are you playing with the altar? Are you playing with the cloth on the table? That's a cross. I would say yes and no. He is. Nobody likes you when you're 22. Very, very interesting call out, Jennifer. Yeah, I think you might be onto something. We definitely do have a lot of activity on the tablecloth, so that's absolutely true. I see that in the video. Okay, so Sherry asked from Jersey. Cross them in front of me for yes. Horizontal for no. You from Jersey. and it hits me in the side of the neck. So interesting. They are, one's facing forward, one's facing back. I do believe that we have many with us this evening. Okay, so Sherry says the name Jersey. Is it the name Jersey? Oh, strong yes. Strong yes. The name Jersey resonates. Okay, so let me try to read the chat here. Okay, so more yeses. Let's see. What are you saying yes to? Are you just walking around? Okay, so Lana says, did you roll up your sleeves on your shirts? So let's see, yes. Jess. Sherry says, did you die? You died from brain cancer? Yes or no? All right, so I gotta cross to yes on the brain cancer. We got him walking around again, hitting the side of my neck for the second time now. Okay, so I feel that's very significant. Okay, so he's hitting the side of my neck. I guess you could say my head, right? So I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Let me ask you, are you here for Sherry? So is it, okay, so I'm getting a yes on that. So you are here for Sherry. Keep them crossed if yes. Okay. Very interesting. I really thank you for sharing your energy with us this evening. Sherry says that she loves you. And just so you can see that the dowsing rods are pointing directly at the chat. Okay. So Sherry, just so you know that, he is absolutely focused on the chat right now. And he's pointing in the part of my screen and the part of my monitor that actually highlights your name, just so you know, Sherry. Okay, so the dowsing rod is literally touching your name. And I saw the other comments, but I went with the ones that resonated with me, with the energy that resonated. All right, so Sherry loves you. Sherry thanks you for coming, of course. And Sherry says that she's very grateful you're here. And now they're kind of moving side to side across your name, just so you know, Sherry. Like left and right across your name. Wow. Take a moment to clear my energy. Physical mediumship like this takes a lot out of you, especially if you're the only one doing the seance. And I just heard a zap in the background. Okay, so I'll thank him. Wow. All right, so you heard Sherry. Give her more signs that you're around. Oh my goodness. Christina, you're absolutely right. That's the bug zapper that's downstairs in the kitchen. and it so happened to zap exactly when he was there, or when he just departed. Um, wow. I got to say, it is a lot easier to have a group of people doing a seance. I am drained. So let's do, we're alerting again. Positive hit on the REM pod. Sherry, I do believe that was him just saying goodbye right there. Okay. Kind of like slapping the REM pod on his way out. All right, everyone. So we are approaching our 1 hour. Yeah, no, I think we had some really beautiful signs this evening. A lot of physical signs. Really loved the touch the REM pod on the altar. That's for sure. I'm going to go back and check the shadows that some people saw. And I'm also curious to see if any faces appeared in the black mirror. So I'm going to be looking at those a little bit later. Probably also quite a few EVPs in the recording as well. So, after a seance, there's always this investigative work that needs to be done. And it's a specific range, right? So we use like the software called Adobe Audition, and we look for voices that appear like in the 300, I think it's the 300 hertz range. It's like a range where we can't physically hear them, but they show up on the software, and you can visually see that there's a voice in this inaudible range. And through the software we can kind of like extract it and listen to them. So I think that's really cool. All right, so to end our Halloween seance, let's do a little card reading. All right, so pick a number, 1, 2, 3, or 4 that you are drawn to. And when I was learning how to conduct seances, I would invite them to do like a lot of physical things around the house. They'd hear doors knocking, and it's always 1, 2, 3, right? It's always comes in threes. They used to play with the lights. They used to play with, like the Christmas tree lights, different light bulbs around the house. One thing that they liked playing with, I wasn't too thrilled about, was the microwave. So they would oftentimes open the microwave as it was cooking. And they were able to do so because the microwave that I had, it's a touch sensor, right? So it's not a push button that opens the door. It's just like a touch button. So it was really easy for them to interact with that because, all they needed to do was essentially touch that button. So I'd be making my popcorn for the evening, wanting to watch some Netflix or something, and REM pod alerting. Yep, thank you. Was that you? Are you the one that ruined my popcorn? Also, I don't know if you saw that, but on the wall there you can see a light. So there's a spotlight outside that just turned on for no reason, and that's a motion sensor. And there it goes off. REM pod, motion sensor light outside goes on at the same time. Just happened right now. Oh, I know. They could. I need to post some videos because I have a lot of evidence documented, and I need some time to get the evidence together into a format. But I'm going to post some EVPs that I've recorded, and I'll before I pull the cards, I'll tell you a quick little story. One evening, I was charging one of these portable batteries, their car jumper, right? So I was charging the car jumper, and I have it on the kitchen countertop. So I go over to watch some TV, or I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll play a game, and I just hear a clicking noise, click, 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 like this, like electronic relay clicking, click, 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 click. I didn't think too much of it, right? I completely ignored it for a few moments, and I'm just like trying to figure out what to do while I'm waiting for this thing to charge. And all of a sudden, like I hear like my guide saying, like, look at it, look. So I look over at the car charger. All it has various lights on it, right? So lights that indicate it's on or operating. There's a flashlight. They were all cycling in different sequences, like on and off. Like it was going off like a Christmas tree. Now I'm getting that cold feeling on my neck again. Um, so I go over to it. I'm thinking, oh my God, what is going on with this thing? Like, you know, at first, my first impression is like, there's something wrong with it. I need to unplug it. It's going to explode in my kitchen, right? So I unplug it. I completely unplug it. And I do have some of this video. I will post it for you. So as I unplug it, it continues to light up in different sequences. At this point, I'm like, okay, let me get my voice recorder because somebody's here. Somebody wants to say something. Someone has got my attention. Okay. So I put the voice recorder on top of the light and I go into the office. And as I bring the voice recorder on top of the device, it is going insane. It is just flashing and clicking and flashing. And what I recorded, what I heard was this like European voice of this woman saying, pick up, clear as day, pick up, pick up. I kid you not. All right, so let me give you your cards. I made you wait long enough. All right. I'm just actually searching to see if I can play it for you. All right, cards. No, I don't know where it is. I'll need to check it out later. Okay. All right, so my number ones. I got find your center for my number ones, okay? So if I pulled this card for you, my beautiful number ones, you might be feeling a little chaotic right now. You might feel, kind of like the world is throwing you around in a million different directions, okay? So very important right now for my number ones to stay grounded, to do, grounding exercises, to find your center, okay? To kind of like cut the cords of things that no longer serve you, okay? My number ones. So don't keep all that energy pent up inside you. Make sure that, you have a release for it, okay? That you're able to, do something that centers yourself, that also allows you to move forward without carrying everyone's baggage. Okay, my number ones. Oh, all right. Let's see. Just 1 second. Okay. All right. So I was just compelled. I'm sorry to do this in the middle, but I did find it on my phone. Okay, so let me play it for you. This is the voice, the EVP that I recorded off that device. And I'll post the original files online maybe tomorrow so that you can download and listen to them. Be a little more clear. Pick up. Might be a little hard to hear because I'm using my phone to play it, but pick up. All right, so my number twos have the strength card, okay? So, moving forward this week, I want my number twos to realize that they have the strength to move forward, okay? That they have the strength, okay? So whatever is in front of you, that's causing you some doubt, some confusion, My number twos, I want you to understand that you have the strength to move forward, and spirit is saying that as well. Okay. All right. So my number threes have a child's love. Okay. Oftentimes, this takes two meanings. Okay. So if you have children, it's the love between them, or it can also be the connection to your inner child. Okay. So whatever that is to you, the child love card, it lets us know that, my number threes, they need to be a little bit more joyful. They need to connect either with their inner child or their children. They need to play more. They need to be a little more carefree. My number threes need to not take the world so seriously. Okay. So moving forward, my number threes, let loose a little bit. It's okay to have a little bit of fun. It's okay to cut loose. All right. All right. So my number fours have the give back card. Okay. So the universe is a continuous cycle, okay, of giving and receiving. So my number four is, once you have received, your intention, once you have received from this universe, I very much want to, let you know that the universe is saying to kind of like return the favor, to play it forward, to give it back, to lighten someone else's day up, to make this universe a little bit better for someone around you. Okay. So whatever that is to you, make this place just a little bit better, give a little kindness, a little bit of love, maybe a cookie. All right. Whatever that might be, do a little kindness. My number four is give something back. All right. So that was our evening, our little Halloween seance. Let me know how you liked it in the chat. We did have some interesting physical phenomena. We didn't have everything go off, but you can't expect it. You got to go into these things not expecting anything. The fact that the REM pod alerted, I don't know, 6, 7, or 8 different times, I think is very, very, very significant, especially when validating voices. So I thought that was extremely evidential. I really enjoyed seeing that confirmation from spirit, and I'm glad you all had fun. Happy Halloween. And I look forward to doing another one next year. Perhaps I can get the spirit group together, and we could live stream like the actual seance among the spirit circle. I think that would be really, really cool if we could do that. One of the things that we really enjoy doing, like table tipping, we had this table, I think it was the last Halloween seance. It was actually like floating, and you could see that it was about an inch off the ground, and then it just slammed down. So maybe if I get everyone's permission, we could actually do a live stream from a real seance. That'd be really cool. So I love you all. I'll see you online really soon. We'll have an event on Thursday. Okay. So next event will be Thursday. And I'm thinking it'll be mediumship. Okay. All right. Love you all. Happy Halloween. See you all soon.